13th July 2024. This is another log for my experience in out-of-body states. So I did my regular practice, meditating during the day and meditating before going to sleep. Then as I fall asleep, repeating affirmations, out of body now, then falling asleep, repeating the affirmation. And I slept around 9:30 or 9:45. Around 2 a.m., I have a phone alarm, which I turned off and then went back to sleep. And around 4, I just woke up to go to the bathroom. And I came back and then lay down, repeating the affirmations, out of body now. I meet my guides and take me to my higher self. At some point, I started feeling the ear pulsations going on, and I thought of getting out of body. I did not physically try to move or non-physically try to move, if that makes sense. But I had the thought out of body now, and immediately I was standing a little away from my bed in the same room. And I couldn't understand if I got out of body or if this was a dream, because usually I either roll out of the bed or I just simply wake up in the non-physical, then get out of the bed. And sometimes I just have to pull the remaining part of non-physical energy or body to be totally out from the bed. But this was different. I just was standing there. I got a little bit confused with this, and the place was totally dark, but I could feel the objects around. So I moved a little bit, moved forward towards the window, my regular direction to get out of the room. And I opened the window and I jumped. And as I was saying, I want to meet my guides, I started seeing a little bit vaguely hazy image around me where I was. And I could feel the presence. I could see a being a little away from me, standing or floating. And he or she, or it had a glow, exactly not humanoid form, but almost humanoid form. It had a glow and a light to it. And I asked, I want to see it as I saw previously. And when my guide woke me up from the bed, I wanted to see it in that clarity. But at the same time, I was also asking my guide to take me to my higher self. Things started to change. I could see colors starting to shift around me. But as soon as that happened, I heard the alarm on my phone. It was 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I felt a little bit not so good that the alarm brought me back. So I turned off the alarm and then lay down, hoping that I would get out again. And soon enough, I got out of the bed, but this time again, I did not roll out or wake up or anything. I just was there, standing in the room. So again, I got a little bit confused whether I am out of my body or whether I'm just dreaming. I started to feel that I was getting back to my body. Then I turned around where I was standing, a 360 circle a few times. That grounded me there, and I was able to just remain there and not be back in my body. So that proved me that I was out of my body. And I could see a very strange reflection of myself on the mirror. And I looked at my face, and suddenly the face started to change color and it started to radiate. And I smiled, looking at myself on the mirror. But the smile took some time on the reflection to appear, maybe about a second or two. Then I tried to press my hand against the wall and see if it would pass through the wall. First it didn't, and then I thought, but it should, because I'm out of body. Then I pressed a little bit harder on the wall, and yes, it went through. I could feel the texture or energy inside the wall. It felt like a thick dough, and then I pulled my hand out. Then I thought, okay, if my hand goes, my head should go too. So let's see what's behind the wall. As I pushed my hand and my head through the wall and saw a different landscape than what I was expecting. So in my expectation, it would be another room there, but it was a different landscape with a small pond that I could see below, a breeze in a distance, foggy and cloudy environment. Then I pulled back my head and my hands, then looked around the room. And that's when I just got completely pulled in my body and I was up again. So what I experienced this time is that maybe it's not necessary to have the experience of actually getting out or rolling out or waking up from the body itself and just to be present there. I had read about this in the book Phase by Michael Raduga, and also heard about this phenomenon in his workshop that's on YouTube. And I never understood how this would work. But from my first experience that happened with this kind of getting out of body, I'd say it is possible, although I might need more experiences to really understand the difference between the experience of getting out, I like to call manually, that I'm moving out of my body, versus just appearing there in front or out of the bed. Okay, see you after the next experience.